Alright lads, welcome back to Kickback Garage. Now this is number 5 in the series on the TV175 rebuild. I've got a few little jobs to do around the garage. I don't think I'm going to get really detailed in it, but if I crop up, if something crops up, then I'll talk you through it. But this should be pretty easy, and hopefully I can get it at least on one wheel and get some stuff bolted to the frame there. So if that's something of interest, grab yourself a coffee and we'll crack on. So the first job I'm going to do is put the fork on the wheel, and then I'm going to put the fork and wheel in the frame. Nothing tricky here really at all whatsoever. The only thing is if you've never done this before, these washers that fit in the discs, in the links, they are a special size, so they sort of retain the links to the wheel, and even when you loosen the nuts, they'll stick in there, so you have to like push them out a little bit. So it's a sort of a safety feature, so use the correct ones. Apart from that, everything should be easy peasy. That's the lower bearing lubed up. You can see the wheel went on, no problems. Lower bearing lubed up, and it sits on the race this way with the metal bit of cage on the bottom. Table thing. Touchdown! Then it's the upper bearing, just giving that some lube. And this one goes with the cagey bit on the top. Then we have the screw-on bearing retainer that fits on the top here. This is MB's product. I'm just going to put some grease on there. And the threads on the fork, I actually cleaned those up with a wire brush. I haven't got a tap at that size there, but it wasn't too bad. It came off quite easily, and then that's just a case of fitting that there. Aye, goes on all right. Then we have special tools. This one, as you can see, it's got like a flat there so that you get enough purchase on the bearing retainer. Right, so that's loose, but not loose in the fore and aft position. Then you just fit the spacer with this little thing on, and then it's the bolt on top. Series 1s, they don't have that. They have the spacer, but they don't have the tab on the spacer. Special tool for the top race. Hold it with this one. Yep. That's the brake adjusted and the link bolts tightened up. Now I'm going to fit these new windows from Skutopia. Done. And now I think I'll fit while I'm at the front end here, I think I'm going to fit the dampers. Voila! These are original replacement skinny dampers that came with the scooter when it was in bits. Looks good. Next job. This is a fancy smancy adjustable die. 16 times 1.5, and hopefully, because this is adjustable, it means it's not too because obviously it can't fit it in the tool it's supposed to fit into, but hopefully I can just wind this in by hand and take off the worst of the paint on the strut there for the rear shock. Looks like he's doing a smashing job of that. Nice. Lovely. The original panel bracket here, or the panel spring, was well and truly FUBAR. So we bought this one. It's a stainless steel item from MB and the fixing kit. So that is the next job. Rob, I want absolutely no stickers on there. Okay mate, no problems. I will not be doing any stickers. Right, that's the rear mudguard fit, and you can see I've loosely fit the rear lighthouse here, and we've got the original emblem whatsamajig that fits up here. It looks a bit tatty, but I'm gonna give that a polish, spit and polish, and this is also the original one. Gonna give it a little bit of a clean before I fit that. This is so fun. It's really it's a lot of fun putting these together, but I don't think it's that interesting to watch. But this is you can at least see the direction I've done it. And when I fit the rear light here, I also fit the earth strap there. So that's good to go. And then I haven't got the bolts for the mudguard or the rubbers, so we're waiting for those. And I've got some other stuff I can put on. I think I'm going to fit the glove box door and the engine flap. And what's it called? Petrol flap. Yeah, we'll do that. So that turned out pretty alright, that did. What I did was I used 1000 grit, wet and dry. And I just, first off, and I went over it with a bit of auto sol. And the badge here, you can see it's clearly is the original one. It's got some marks and stuff on the back there. But that turned out really nice too. I just used car polish, so that was pretty good. So let me put this into place, and then I've just got like 2 or 3 more bits, and then we're done. No point. I've swapped out the original nuts for stainless nylox. Nylox are your best friend when it comes to vibratory scooters. No point tightening the shit out of it. He's bought himself a sprint rack. I can fit that too. Always a little bit dubious to this. They obviously never fit exactly in the holes. Ah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Wait, oh, careful. Whoop! Oh, getting to this stage is really it's a lot of fun, I reckon. You just pottering around. And those screws are terrible. What's happening? What's happening? It's horrible. I think I'm gonna change, swap out these nuts that they come with for proper ones. Maybe something like that, nylox. It's a little bit better. There's absolutely no point in tightening it so hard that you get a dent in the scooter there. It's easily done to get carried away, but just nip them up. That's the beauty of nylox. You don't have to tighten up idiotly tight. And on a sprint rack like this, it's important that you do the old cross tightening, so that you doesn't get skew whiff, or you don't bend something out of place. And this one has got some like nice little rubber grommets on there. So that's that bit done. Next job, toolbox door. We'll do that. Right, me lovelies. Now you can see that I fit the toolbox rivets on the lock here, and I'm gonna bring you in as close as I can. I think this camera can do that. If you have a look at this, what do you reckon? Try and get it in focus there. You might be wondering why you're thinking, why is he focusing on these rivets? And the reason why I'm doing that is because they're not rivets. Let me tell you what they are. Right, so what they were, they look like rivets on the outside, but what they actually were was, I found a guy that was had a link on these on the old Facebook there. And he, the problem is, it was a link to eBay, and then when I got onto eBay, then that listing was closed. So with a bit of research and a bit of googling, I found out who they belong to, and they belong to a company called EKP Supplies in the UK. Now, unfortunately, they don't send on their website. They don't send out to the great big wide world. But I sent them an email and they sorted it for me. So what they actually are, I'll bring you in, see if I can bring you in a bit close. They are these little puppies. They're actually screws without the screw head on them. And I bought them with the corresponding nuts, as you see here. Now these are, I can give you the description and you can go and have a look at them. These are, let's have a look. These are actually called 5BA, which stands for British Association Standard. 5BA times 1/2 inch, steel round head, no slot screw. Now these are used on model railways and stuff like that, and I found it really, really handy. Now, after fitting those, I have to say I quite recommend them. Obviously rivets are the best, but these are stainless steel and they won't rattle apart. What I did, I fit them with Loctite on the back there, so they're well and truly stuck. So I can get them out if I want to, if I need to change the lock or something like that. But fitting rivets can be a bit of a pain if you haven't got the correct tools, and they can if you slip while you're whacking them, then with the old hammer, then you've got nice paint, then it could be a little bit problematic. So I thought that was pretty cool, pretty interesting. So I'll tell you where they are again. The guys are called EKP Supplies, and they are in Devon. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna knock the old video on the head. As you see, I've changed clothes. I haven't done really. I mean, it's a different day completely. But thank you very much for the support. Thank you for buying t-shirts. Getting pretty far on the old microphone account there. I'm all the way up to 150 euros. So I'm thinking 10 more t-shirts. I'll take that out and I'll buy myself a proper microphone. Now the reason, the sound is okay actually after listening to it. But the thing is, when I'm going to start running around the scooter, fitting leg shields and stuff, doing all that sort of stuff, then it's going to be quite difficult to get, because as soon as I go away from the camera, then the sound quality gets pretty poor. But the picture is good. I'm really happy with the camera. So once again, thanks a lot, guys. Give me the old thumbs up, do the old subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure what I'm doing. If the engine block comes, I'm going to do some engine stuff. If not, I've got loads of stuff to do at the garage. I've got a whole scooter coming down in a couple of weeks' time as well, so plenty to do here. And spring is coming rapidly. So it's not -degrees outside. As you can hear, the old oven isn't on now. And cross our fingers that the first organised trip that's due is the last month in March. Let's hope we can go out and do some riding. Good stuff. Ta-ra, lads.